started, and we're off from Baltimore. Deontay Hardy to return. Finds some space, he's past the 30. And they'll start this drive in good position, a little shy of the 40. All right, let's get this show on the road. It is 1st and 10. Henry gets it here to start the drive. And he's brought down for a loss.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
Everyone's prepped. It's 2nd down now. Jackson to throw it. Oh, put some heat on this deep ball. Left side. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Gonna have to wait a little longer for his first catch of the game. So now it's gonna be 3rd and long.
Defender's not going to be thrilled the catch was almost made on his watch, but more importantly, he breaks it up. Gives him a chance to do a little jawing after the play. Lets the other guy know he roughed him up and cost him that catch.
So after that prior incompletion, we've got 3rd down. From the gun, Jackson. He's got... Oh, the football's loose. And this is scooped up by the Bills. And they limit the damage on the return, but it is still a turnover. Man, this is a tough ask of your defense so early in a game, Brock, sending them out on short notice and a short field after you fumble it away.
But these are the critical moments defensively you got to live for, right? This is called sudden change. They practice this, and it's your time to put out this fire.
And his first pass falls incomplete. Tough one to retain through that hit. So it'll be 2nd down. You go middle of the field against zone coverage, Brock. You know this firsthand. You are throwing into rush hour, and there aren't a lot of easy completions to be found in that part of the field.
Yeah, and a lot of those throws, Kate, you're signing your guy up to take some sort of hit. It's on you to protect your guys. Credit that defense for flying around and making the play.
And they get this down to the 28. It's a gain of 19 on the play. And that's good for a Bills first down.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
On 1st down, Allen. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Ball and defender arrived at the exact same time there. And it's going to be 2nd down. Allen going to throw again. He's got this complete to James Cook. And they get this all the way down to the 16-yard line. It's a gain of 12 there. And that's good for a Bills first down.
I'm sure coach and play caller doesn't mind making the job a little bit easier. You know, play calling's a lot simpler and easier when you count on the offense to move the chains on those early downs.
They'll keep this drive moving and come to the line for 1st and 10.
Half 85.
Working inside the red zone. That's incomplete left side. Couldn't connect with Amari Cooper. And we'll see what they do here on 2nd down.
Oh, that drop is such a bummer because it ruins the payoff of such a well-designed play, Kate. Got the man open, beat the coverage, then you got to go finish it. You got to go make that catch. I will say, keep that one in mind. They could revisit that play in the future.
Couldn't connect on 1st. It's 2nd down. Man in motion here. To throw again, it's Allen. Connection made to Coleman. And he's tackled after gaining a handful. Now the Ravens are going to use the first of their timeouts. And after using an early one, 2 left for him to spend. Chance to move the chains here on 3rd and 4. To the air again, Allen. The throw is caught. Touchdown, Buffalo! So a touchdown on the board for Brock as they start this game off a perfect 1-for-1 offensively.
Yeah, I'm going to call that scripting for success right there. Can't do it much better than that. And listen, when you script these first plays, you don't always know who the targets are going to be. It's really then relying upon what the defense is trying to take away. They couldn't take away that big old tight end.
Bass now to kick this away. And that kick goes out of bounds. They're going to get great field position out of this. So march it forward after they accept the penalty.
Hey, Alfred.
Aguilar, the receiver in motion right. Complete out to the right side. And he made a bid for midfield there, but stopped at his own side at the 49. Working quickly here. This is Henry on 2nd. And he's dropped just short of the marker, maybe a yard away. Offense up to the line fast. Turning to Henry on 3rd. And his short gain gets them a new set of downs. Moving quickly, trying to get set again. First down, here's Lamar. He finds Aguilar. He's got a gain of 6 there. Terrell Bernard tracking that one down. Shotgun snap to Jackson. Complete, Derrick Henry. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains. And they can go ahead and stay in that huddle. We're at the end of the first quarter. 7-0 is our score. Back to the bank in just a moment. Back at beginning of the second quarter, Ravens in possession. They're looking at yet another 1st and 10 on this drive. Out of the gun, here's Jackson. Taking a shot for the end zone. Oh, someone stepped in. It's intercepted. Rasul Douglas picks it off. And the Bills will take it back to their own 30 before they're stopped. And that is where they're going to take over after the interception. Oh boy, they cleaned up the fumbling issues from the last drive, and now it's an interception that turns the ball over.
Yeah, and 2 very different tones and tenors on these 2 sidelines. One coach is pleading, begging for some ball security. The other is simply saying, keep it up, boys. Keep taking that ball away. Job well done.
Offense in the hurry up here. It's Allen out of the pistol. It's incomplete. Should have been a catch downfield, but off his hands and to the ground it goes. Well, no look on his first look of the game, and that'll bring up 2nd down. Back to the air, Allen. Complete, it's Cooper. They get 18 yards out of it and a new set of downs.
From a great throw to a nice route and catch to moving the chains, there wasn't a whole lot not to like about that amazing play.
New set of downs for him at the 38. Throwing now on 1st down, Allen. He finds Kincaid. This is ahead for about 5. Stopped by one of the league's best tacklers, Roquan Smith. Cook trying this one up the gut. And he's caught behind the line for a loss. A dose of the hurry-up offense here. Allen on 3rd down. This will be caught by Cooper. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain. That brings us to the 2-minute warning at the inner harbor. The Bills with a big decision to make here. Looks like they will indeed try it. 4th and 2. They'll go. Allen. He's got it to his running back. And they bring him down. Looks like he got it to the 27. That was the biggest 3-yard gain you're going to see because instead of a turnover on downs, Brock, it gets them a first. Putting a receiver in motion. Allen now on first down. Connects with Cook. And he's going to go out of bounds just short of that red zone.
When there's heat, that blitz coming off the snap, that QB's eyes, you could see it right away. He got to his check down in a hurry. But, Kate, here's the key. Quarterback and running back have to be on the same page. The two were right there, and it netted some positive yards.
Again, Allen to the air. Oh, tried forcing it to the slant. It's intercepted. And the Ravens are tackled after a stellar return. Following the interception, they're going to take over at their 40. Well, no doubt there was some doom and gloom on the sideline following their interception, right? But a little bit of new life now as their defense picks them up, gets it right back for them.
Hey, I am all for a nice little game of one-upmanship between these two defenses. You picked our guy off, fine. We'll answer right away. See how you follow that up.
Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
You know, when we watch Combine each and every single year, I hope you get good enough to understand as a football fan, watch the big guys' first 10 yards. Don't watch the ends and the linemen run 40. Watch their first 10 because that's the most critical. And that defensive end showed you right there the kind of explosive burst in the first few yards to get home for the big sack.
Now we're going to have a timeout taken by Baltimore. It's 2nd. All right, it's a nickel set for the Bills. 3rd down. Lamar now from the gun. Toward the sideline, and he's got it. And he's going to be drugged down. It looks like at that 37-yard line.
I'm not sure how this defense let that guy slip through him like that. On 3rd down, nonetheless, he took that snap as an opportunity. Man, did he make an impact play.
He beams one deep right side. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Well-timed strike by that defender to knock it free. And now it's 2nd down. From the gun, a run for Henry. And they'll bundle this up after a 4-yard gain. Tackled on the play by Taylor Rapp. They get about 4 there. Need a little more than that now on 3rd and 6.
You make that call to just give yourself a fighting chance on 3rd down, Kate. Take at least a little bite out of the big meal between them and the 1st down marker. And that should make this upcoming call a little less daunting.
That brings us to halftime. We'll get a break as our teams make their adjustments and then return with more of the NFL on EA Sports in just a little bit. Well, that first half, certainly an interesting one. Kate, Scott, Brock Heward with you as we get back and see what the second half has in store for us. Starting from the 5. He stopped on the return at the 27. They're out and set, 1st and 10. Interception last drive doesn't deter them. They're going right back to the air. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. Working quickly here. Another try following the sack. Makes the grab in bounds left side. And he'll get this up close to the 40 before going out. They strike for 23 yards. And that's good for a Bills first down. Operating from the gun, it's Allen. Well, the pressure nearly got to him, but still a good play defensively as that one falls incomplete.
You know, that was a play, Kate, right there where you need to buy your receivers just enough time to get open along their routes. And your quarterback enough time to find and hit him with the throw. Time? Well, that's not what he had. O-line couldn't hold up, and it forces the incompletion.
He's corralled after a modest 4-yard gain. Brandon Stevens in on the tackle. They're going to throw it on 3rd and long. Gets this to Kincaid. That goes as a gain of 25 yards and picks up the first.
So many cool fundamentals on display right there, Kate. Look the ball into your hands, number one. Don't turn your eyes away from it before it gets to you. And then when you've got that catch secured, snap that head forward and find that space upfield to turn a good play into a great play.
Nice cut back to the right sideline. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets them up with 1st and goal.
No frills, nothing fancy. That was just a good old offensive line dominated in the trenches. And that sprung them to get to the 2nd level and beyond.
So after that big play, Brock, they need just that final yard here on 1st and goal. Fullback trying to power it across. And he runs into a wall there. Multiple defenders ready to stop him cold at the line. He keeps it himself. And that hit stops him in his tracks. Stuffed once again, and now suddenly they're left with 3rd and goal. Play action now, Allen. Intercepted in the end zone. There are costly interceptions, Brock, and then there are interceptions inside the red zone in the 2nd half of a 1-score game.
And if there is ever a time where ball security is paramount, it is right now.
Yeah.
They made a great play. Don't get me wrong. They deserve a ton of credit right there. But as a quarterback, you cannot risk a turnover. It's touchdown, it's check down, it's throw the ball away. You're literally throwing points away with that pick.
Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. From the gun, Jackson. Finds Aguilar. One of the game's biggest plays right there as they get the markers reset.
You know, Kate, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position. By hitting on that shot, you've totally flipped the field and the tone of this drive.
So the complexion of this drive has changed dramatically now. New set of downs inside the 35. Throwing now on 1st down, it's Jackson. He's on the move. This has been a trend, yet another interception. Matt Milano in to pick it off. And the Bills are going to return this up beyond the 20 before being tackled. Well, no doubt they envisioned that as the start of a 2nd half push for the lead. But the defense, well, defense had other ideas, Brock, protecting their team's advantage and taking possession back on the first play of the series.
Not the way you needed to start the half if you were thinking comeback. But exactly the way to start the half if you're trying to take this lead and step on it. That's a defender who sensed the need for a splash play and delivers.
Straight ahead, here's Cook. And he's swallowed up in the middle, no gain on the run. That's Odafe Owe with the stop. So we're through 3 here. It's Bills ball. We'll see if they can hang on to this lead till the end. They're just going to let the clock run out and take this delay. A little slow to operate the offense, and they're going to back it up as a result of that penalty. So things getting a bit tougher following that penalty. We've got 2nd and 15. They'll run here following the penalty. And he's going to be brought down up at the 28-yard line.
So much to like about that run, Kate, particularly what he was able to get out of it. The defense, I think, feels a little fortunate they were able to track him down before an even bigger run and crossing that first down marker.
Here they come. This is 3rd and 5. Another one for Cook. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
Ask for a little bit more on that one. As that running back's come up with more than he's used to on 3rd down, he made it look like just another day at the office. I wouldn't expect every conversion to go as smoothly. He sure made that one look routine.
They're set up at the 35 now. First and 10. Here's Allen. Curtis Samuel's there for the catch. And he made a bid for midfield there, but stopped on his own side at the 49. Big gain, 14 on the play. And that's good for a Bills first down.
I love throwing on first down. And when you see a first down pass just like that, it's taking advantage of a matchup you planned for, and you go out and execute.
First and 10 from a yard shy of midfield. From the shotgun, it's Allen. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. Timeout taken by the defense. They're second. And with another one gone, they're going to have just one remaining this game.
That sure ended up being a worst-case scenario. Pass rush just kept coming and bearing down. And he was looking for an escape that wasn't there. It's just one of those plays in hindsight, Kate, where you really got to understand, I got to cut bait, cut my losses, and avoid such a negative play.
Trying again, following the sack. Chased out to his right. That won't be caught outright. It's incomplete.
Well, I'll say this. If you're willing to chance a throw like that, an early down is where you want to do it. You try to shot downfield. It doesn't work out, but you still got time now to try to find something else on the play sheet.
Finds Kincaid. And they're going to bring him down just on the other side of midfield. Now we get a pause, Brock, as the defense uses its final timeout, so the clock only going to stop again at our 2-minute warning.
Feet and eyes, Kate. Feet and eyes. They so often tell the story of every position on the field. When that quarterback's feet and eyes move to his secondary read, and so often it's a tight end, well, it's incumbent on that defense to fly to the ball. You want to make that tackle, force the fourth down. It took a great defensive effort to do it.
He gone.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to downtown Detroit and Ford Field, the home of the Lions. The kicker, Tyler Bass, has us ready to start. Here we go from Ford Field. Here's Craig Reynolds to return. He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. First carry for David Montgomery. He'll take this ahead. It's a pickup of 3. Matt Milano there to stop him. Second and 7. From the gun, it's Goff. Oh, intercepted on the second play of the game. It is picked off by the rookie safety. And he's going to bring this one back.
You know.
It's the venue that's had plenty of success come through it since the mid-2010s, as well as a few Lombardi trophies. It's GEHA Field at Arrowhead Stadium in Kansas City. Here's Tyler Bass to get this one started, and we're off from Arrowhead. Nicole Hardman now on the return. And this return gets to the 30 before he stopped. So their offense out now to get this game started. It's 1st and 10. Mahomes starting off with a throw. That's complete, Isaiah Pacheco. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. That chunk worth a nice 21 yards. And the Chiefs are going to have a 1st down. One play in, and this drive is already into enemy territory. He's got his man, that's Travis Kelce. And he's brought down right in the neighborhood of that 40-yard line. It's a pickup of 11. And it'll be 1st down, Kansas City.
That is what elite offenses are all about. Why worry about 3 downs when you need only 1? Move the chains in one play and keep driving that defense backwards.
Throw reeled in by Hopkins. And he's going to be brought down at the 35-yard line. Offense up to the line fast. Again, Mahomes to throw. And this is pushed ahead for a gain of 5. That's A.J. Epinesa on the tackle.
He's just one of those guys, Kate. Even when he's not open, he's still a target thanks to that physicality and his ability to just play bully ball. They don't like forcing into coverage, but sometimes when you got a bully like him that can create space, just find a way to get him the ball.
Shotgun handoff to Piron. And he'll get them enough for a 1st down. Moving quickly, trying to get set again. Mahomes on 1st and 10. That one finds Xavier Worthy. And he gets this forward to the 19.
That is the epitome of staying on schedule. That kind of completion right there on first down. Well, it opens up the entirety of the playbook for second down. And 3rd and short in your back pocket, you can get even more aggressive and take that shot. Perhaps a bit late breaking towards the ball, but still just enough time to get a finger on it and knock it away.
Last pass unsuccessful, and they have 3rd down here. Operating from the gun, here's Mahomes. That's caught for the first. And he's going to be taken down near the 8-yard line. His drive has been excellent. A few shots now, it's starting with 6 as they come up on it. 1st and goal. Back to the air, Mahomes. This one's caught. And he drives this forward to the 6.
I'll tell you this, you don't want to make a living throwing into double coverage, but double coverage and still finding a way to beat the defense and haul it in. That's not a situation many players win. There aren't a lot of quarterbacks willing to make that throw and trust their receiver to get it done.
Pistol now for Mahomes. Oh, no touchdown. It's intercepted.
Here we go.
Kicked off by Terrell Bernard. And the Bills come through with a big play to close out our opening quarter. It's a big momentum swing on the final play of our opening quarter. Couple of zeros on the board right now. Back to Arrowhead in just a moment. We're back for the second quarter. Bills in possession of the football. They have the full field ahead of them here as they start deep on their own side. And he's only going to get 2 or 3 yards on that one. Offense in the hurry up here. It's Allen out of the pistol. This will be caught by Cooper. Still going through the 25. Amari Cooper. And he breaks into enemy territory before being stopped on a huge gain.
Now, right there, that's what you want to see on your opening drive. Boom! Connect on a big shot, and instantly you set a tone that you're not going to be afraid to be aggressive in this game today. Boy, do I love that.
Brock, you remember when they were near their own end zone? Yeah, things have totally changed now. 1st and 10 in enemy territory. Oh, what a hit! Jars the ball loose! Oh, and they got it back! This play is still live! Give him 4 that time, so 6 to go on 2nd down. Ooh, let's give him a second there. Give him a sec. I'm going to imagine his heart's probably going, what, 150, 160 beats per minute right now, Brock, after nearly losing that fumble.
Yep, and it wasn't just a ball he dropped there. It was at least 3 points, too. But fortunately, that ball stays with him in the red zone. And now I'm really curious. Is one of the...
And he
Get in there, baby.
End zone for a Buffalo touchdown.
Get in
The
there.
Bills pick it off and get points on the ensuing drive. Dalton Kincaid with the touchdown. Oh, it's a fake. They're going to flip it to the kicker. He's going to throw. And he's in. So how about this? A throwback you almost never see anymore. The fake extra point works and extends their lead by 2. Bass now to kick this away. Return coming from the 6. And he's walloped just as he gets across the 25. What a hit. He's down shy of the 30. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Now it's the first carry for Isaiah Pacheco. And this defense offering no room at all up the gut there. No gain. Ed Oliver there to make the stop. 2nd and 10. Need to get some positive yardage here. From the gun, it's Mahomes. Completed to his running back. And he's going to get this up close to the 40 before going out. 3rd down, 1 yard to go. They go play action. It's Mahomes. Just got it away before the hit, but it doesn't matter. It's incomplete. 4th down coming up.
Hey, Kate, you know that line, time is of the essence? It certainly is in the pocket. Not enough time there to let that play develop down the field, and the two were not able to reel it in.
Defense coming off that incompletion. Needs one more stop here on 4th. They'll go. It's Mahomes. He finds him beyond the marker. And a massive hit at the end of that play. Oh, baby. But he hangs on through it. Still able to get that 1st down. Another throw for Mahomes. It's complete. He loses the football. And this is scooped up by the Bills.
You know, this just can't happen on 1st down. It really can't. I mean, ball security is at a premium on every down, every distance. But on 1st down, it is especially a killer.
All right, excellent field position for the Bills as they set up 1st and 10. Now it's Cook. And he sneaks this through the middle, maybe a gain of 2. A dose of the hurry-up offense here. From just shy of midfield on 2nd down. Gets this to Kincaid. And this one's worked down to the 33 before being stopped. Give him 18 yards on that play, Brock, and it gets him a 1st down.
That's just great instincts. Go air it out on 2nd down rather than just play conservative and run it. They hit a weak point in the coverage and don't need to worry about 3rd down at all.
They'll try the right side with Cook. He gets it ahead, winds up with about 3. Trent McDuffie getting there for the stop. The Bills are going to go ahead and call their 1st time out. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. 2nd down now, 7 to go. Working from the gun, it's Allen. He's got this complete to James Cook. And they can't bring him down until he gets into that red zone at the 19. Buffalo calls it 2nd time out of the half. And they still have 1 in their pocket for what's left of this half. A new set of downs awaits them. Here's 1st and 10. From the red zone now. Escapes the pocket. Has it down close. And in. Touchdown, Buffalo. So, Brock, this offense looking sharp here in the 1st half as they extend their lead.
You know, and when things are going well, sometimes you really just get into a groove. And this is a unit that's putting the pieces together.
That's number 8 in a row. Okay.
safe outside of Highmark Stadium because this crowd is loud and this crowd is ready for a ball game. We're just outside of Buffalo in Orchard Park, New York. The seats are shoveled, the fans are ready for a snow game here in Buffalo. And we're off and running from Western New York. They'll bring him down on the return as he gets this to the 33. All right, let's get this show on the road. It is 1st and 10.
Here we go. Here we go.
Right to the air, Burrow. Catch made by Chase Brown. Gets it ahead, has about 5 yards. And that play cleaned up by Matt Milano.
Every once in a while, it's fine to be conservative on 1st down, especially when you get enough to stay on schedule and get a little something coming out of it, too.
Halfway to the marker, it's 2nd and 5. Burrow out of the shotgun.
Oh,
Caught
shit.
by the open man.
Oh, it's wide open.
He makes it in for the Cincinnati touchdown. The Bengals take a 6-0 lead right away. It's a Jamar Chase touchdown. And it's no good. Perhaps the snow making things a little difficult for him there as that one winds up off the mark. So following the missed point after, a chance to take his frustrations out on that football as he sends this away. And he needed a lot more power there. It came down a ways away from the landing zone, and they're going to start the possession up at the 40. Now run by Cook. And it's going to be about a 3-yard pickup in the end. Brought down by the veteran, Von Bell. Working quickly here. Here's 2nd and 7. Hits him on the out route. He's forward, gets a couple of yards. Mike Hilton getting up there for the tackle.
Kate, if there was one throw in the game plan that kept me up at night more than any other, it was an out route versus zone coverage. Because you got to throw with anticipation, but you also got to make sure those defenders' eyes aren't reading you like a book.
What was that?
And that's going to bring up 4th down.
Get the foot down.
Can't cover it much better than that. Really well covered, Kate, on that play. There just simply was not a window for him to sneak that throw in.
Defense coming off that incompletion needs one more stop here on 4th. They will go. It's Allen. Caught. There's that rookie out of Florida State. And he's going to be drugged down, looks like at that 37-yard line. They'll keep this drive moving after a big 18-yard pickup on 4th down.
You know what I like about that, Kate? I like that they're not coming out slow. They're willing to go with some looks here that will yield big yardage down the field instead of just settling for dinking and dunking the ball.
Here's a give to Cook. And he gets leveled just before he reaches the marker, and that hit prevents a 1st down.
That's a run that you'll take the result in the NFL every time. A nice play, a solid game, but it's also a run that you know, and you may come back to. Because if you were that close to breaking off an explosive one, you really break the backs of a defense.
Again, it's Cook. And he stopped just before he reaches the red zone at the 21. He manages a gain of 8 there. And that's good for a Bills 1st down.
You know, Kate, if you notice those guys that love to feed themselves on the field, right? They love to just get more and more. They're hungry for even more. I'll tell you what, that tackle, it prevented something that's going to be a lot bigger, but that back remains hungry.
On the move, coming to the line for 1st and 10. Allen setting up to throw. With the grab. Out of the 4 before being stopped. That's a pickup of 17 yards, partner, and it makes it 1st and goal.
Good offenses. Okay, good play callers know how to utilize their personnel. They know where they wanted him. They wanted him on a route in space where he could make that initial play comfortably and then go to work after.
And he's brought down by a collective effort there. Only 1 yard on the carry. They will not get another play off. We're at the end of 1. Neither side separating much so far. We'll return to Highmark Stadium in just a moment. About to begin the second here. The Bills definitely thinking points. Cook can't bypass that line. They stop him at the 3. Offense up to the line fast. This is Cook on the handoff. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. Just 1 yard and the goal line stand continues. That brings up 4th and goal.
Well, the defense, they couldn't stop him for a loss, but they denied him the goal line at least. Now we get to see, right? Decision time, one of these critical decisions of whether or not they're going to go for an all-or-nothing 4th down play.
3 plays haven't gotten it done. Now a 4th to try to reach that end zone. And the QB keeps it on the sneak. And he gets in. Touchdown. The Bills tie and can take the lead here in the second. Josh Allen, the touchdown. He finds his way in on the sneak. Extra point up and good from Bass. And the Bills literally won up that opening touchdown drive. As they take a 7-6 lead here. Bass now to kick this away. Brings in the kick at the 9. Oh, he's showing some burst on this return. Coverage team tracks him down as the return reaches the 35. Good starting field position awaits the Bengals as they get set for 1st and 10. Out of the shotgun, Burrow. Throwing the out route complete. And they'll manage to contain him after about a 6-yard pickup. That play cleaned up by Matt Milano.
That's what you call efficiency. Exactly what you're looking for in 1st down. Textbook. It sets up 2nd and very manageable, and it creates that space if you want to take a shot downfield.
He gets forward, and that's about 4 yards. That play cleaned up by Matt Milano.
You know, okay, these are some of the little hidden plays in a game. Right? Doesn't look like a whole lot on the stat sheet, but A, it gets you good yardage. B, it sets up your play action. And C, most importantly, keeps that defense guessing.
3rd and a lone yard coming up.
Here we go.
Burrow from the gun. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the defense comes through to back him up ahead of 4th down.
My goodness, was that some kind of speed off the edge. There's only a handful of tackles in this league that have the lateral movement to stay in front of an end like that. Maybe time for this quarterback to start mixing up his cadence, his count, certainly making sure this defensive end can't get off the way that he has.
And they won't do it. That falls incomplete on 4th down.
Do you think maybe, just maybe, there's a chance of having too much confidence offensively? That's not a spot you want to see a team going for it on 4th down. And now it puts their defense right on the hook to try and pick them up after that miscue on 4th.
He's got the hook up to Cooper. They'll move the chains after that pickup of 12. And they've got themselves another 1st and 10. This is Cook. Finds a big lane. And he has it all the way down to the 8. Moving quickly, trying to get set again. Going to the ground again on 1st. And he drives forward for a little, maybe to the 7. Offense in the hurry up here. They'll run it with Cook. And they don't allow a lane to uniform defense taking care of that play near the line. The Bills are going to go ahead and call their first time out. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime.
Stopped right at the line, but might as well have been a loss of yards as far as the offense is concerned. It's always humbling when you try force versus force, and the defense wins out.
Third and goal for Allen.
Shit.
And there's a man there. It's intercepted. Logan Wilson has it. And he's out in the clear. 40. He's at the 30. And the Bengals will have a shot at least a field goal here. Maybe the end zone after that return.
And what a huge bonus on top of the takeaway. Not only did you steal the possession, but you immediately, Kate, flip this field and give your teammates a golden opportunity to punch it in for 6. And if they score quickly, or to put that opposing offense right back out there, still reeling from that interception.
First and 10 now. Here's Burrow. He's trying to push the field. And no one had a shot at that. It's at the back of the end zone, incomplete.
Just something off in the rhythm of their passing game on that one. Time to recalibrate and keep throwing it to get back into rhythm.
Finds his man Chase. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. Now with 2 seconds left, we get the expected timeout from this offense. They're in great shape to get 3 here entering the half. Here comes the final play of our first half. One final shot before halftime. And he's going down. They said no to that shorter field goal, partner. Roll the dice for more, and they're going to end this first half empty-handed as a result. Back from the break, I'm Kate Scott, joined by Brock Heward, and we are just moments away from the beginning of our second half. Here's McPherson on to handle the kickoff. He'll bring it out from a couple yards deep. And he's brought down just inside the 25 on the return. They'll get this drive started. First and 10.
Alert, alert, alert! What's that?
Now the shotgun give to Cook. And he's down after getting this up to the 41. They'll get 18 yards there. And that's good for a Bills first down. Big shot to begin the drive. Has him up beyond the 40. Allen now on first down.
Damn it.
And oh, someone stepped in. It's intercepted. Picked up by
Super
Mike
fuck.
Hilton. And he takes this one back for the pick 6. But we all know getting the interception is the important thing, Brock. But how about this guy having the wherewithal to transition into a really nice return to then get the touchdown out of it, too?
Yeah, that's a great point. We talk about it with receivers, right? Getting vertical right away after making a catch. Same thing for these defenders when they make a pick. They secure the football, sure. But instantly they go back to their offensive days. They want that touchdown, and they want a moment they won't forget.
Well, Brock, hopefully some short memories on offense as they get it right back here on the kickoff after that pick 6. Return starts at the 9. In pretty solid field position starting out here, Brock. He's tackled at the 29. Offense ready to begin this drive. First and 10.
What's that?
It's Allen out of the pistol. Toward the sideline, and he's got it. And he's officially into enemy territory now. They're going to give him the opposing 49. They managed 22 on the rip and a first down. One play in, and this drive is already into enemy territory. First down throw for Allen. No look there, and that throw falls to the ground.
I think if you look up in phase in the defensive encyclopedia, that is a picture-perfect form of it. He was all over him in coverage, really forcing the incompletion.
What's that?
From the shotgun, it's Allen. Connects with Cook. And he goes down a little short of the 40.
Rhythm. You hear me talk about rhythm a lot. Whether it's a golf swing, a baseball swing, heck, even a bowler gets himself into rhythm. And I'm just telling you, kid, from experience, these little throws to running backs, it's one of the best things to get your offense into rhythm and a nice little gain on top of it.
Shotgun handoff now to Cook. And the defense was ready. They got him at the line. A dose of the hurry-up offense here. He'll throw it. Complete to Coleman. And he takes it just inside the 40, down to the 39. And they drag him down just in time. He's shy of that marker. We've got a turnover on downs. Now a shotgun handoff to Brown. And that's good for a gain of 5. That's Gregory Rousseau who cleaned up that play. Halfway there on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Here we go.
Throwing is Burrow. Completes this one to Chase. We'll have him gain up about a handful there. And it's Gregory Rousseau who cleaned up that play.
It's not just imperative that a quarterback knows man or zone. Same thing for a receiver, especially on a drag route. When he sees zone coverage like that, just settle down, find the soft spot, and give your quarterback a chance.
3rd and short, it's Burrow. Complete beyond the marker. And he goes down a little short of the 40. They come through with a nice gain there. Gain of 10, first down.
That's what we call situational football. You spend all week working on your nickel passing game package to take advantage of 3rd downs just like that.
On first down, here's Burrow. This is hauled in by T. Higgins. And he gets down to the 24 before he stopped. That's 16 on the pickup. And it'll be first down, Bengals.
You know, it sure seems like he knew exactly where he was going with that before the snap. That's a pre-snap decision that led to a post-snap first down.
He brings the offense up now for a 1st and 10.
Here we go.
From the gun, again to Brown. And the defense gets there to force a small loss. So we hit the end of the 3rd quarter. The Bengals with it. They've got the lead, but this game is close. All right, here we go. 2nd down.
Gun.
Burrow. On
Oh,
target to
my
his man
goodness.
Higgins. And he's short of the 1st after a mild gain.
It takes a certain level of fearlessness, craziness to work over the middle of the field in this league. You're fighting through guys as you go, and all the while you know you could take a lick at any time.
Let's get set.
It's 3rd and 8. Need to get a chunk here. Looking to throw. Taken in by Chase, left side. And they get this down to the 12-yard line before being stopped. All set up now for 1st and 10.
Here we go.
From the red zone now. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete.
I'm fine, ready?
No dice on that prior pass. Here's 2nd down. Straight ahead, it's Brown. And he gets taken down immediately right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play, and they still need 10 now on 3rd down.
Here we go.
He's back to throw. And he will score. It's a Cincinnati touchdown.
Cookies, yep. Oh, shit.